Another farmer, this time a 309 LSA. 6930 John Deere, next to
he was going to sell it,
Doots Farm.
I'll have that off you. He said, I said, how much they offer you? He said, £2 grand. I said, I'll go to the bank and get the money now and buy it.
Oh, this one, I've never, it just says same, Drago.
Only 12 years, and you use it fair, they don't use it for mowing and that, you know.
There's a couple of cases here. That's a 1594, the one in white, and a 1056 XL here. John Deere 6910. And I've just spotted some more tractors.
So yes, so moving on from our 3000, we've then got our 4000. Here 4000, beautifully installed.
Here's a John Deere. I'm not sure what the heck it is, so we're going to have to take a closer look at this one.
1967, 3/4.
That's a SO20 RE power. It's repowered. Well, I've spotted another. Oh, Fiat Agri. This one's a Fiat Turbo DT 1090 and 18090. Yeah, 18090. That one, Fiat Agri. So that's a Fiat tractor, in other words. I've never seen one of these. Here's a case 300. And if we go to this one, we see a Farmall, International Farmall 1468, and it's turbocharged. Just to prove my point, it's a turbo diesel. It's brilliant, that is. Yeah, it still hold up the traffic. They're not tuned to speed. They're all that power and all that is pull implements, pull a plough, run stuff. That's what they do. Here's a JCB. And it's a 3C 1980, that one. Here's a case bulldozer and digger there. Here's a case 7220. 1455 XL. What's this one? Here's a 1056 XL. Next to an international, McCormick International. Notice how dry the ground is as well. Yeah, this is 614, that one, that tractor. Right, I'm gonna... Got it here last year, but only brought it out for the last run of the day. Right, I'm going to go over to some more tractors, but here's a woodworking bit. So there's a woodworking area. Right, I'm going to go up here now because I've just spotted a Kubota. Yeah, so this is a Kubota M7153.
Diesel major. Forcing the diesel major, you can see how they kept the face sort of style in the front wheels.
Ford 4110 next to a JCB Fast Track 155/65 turbo.
It's a friend of mine's tractor. It's a 1952, one of the earlier ones.
Another Kubota M6142 this time.
Fourth gear doesn't work, but it's great to drive.
McCormick MC100 next to an International just here.
Right, so then we go down to see how it seems you're working now. It's a touch wood, everyone can hear us. We've got a bit of a different little tractor here.
Seems like a bit of change around in the tractor area. Here's the Case International 856 XL.
This is on the crossover really.
A couple of David Brown 885s now. Notice it says David Brown, but it also says Case on it.
Runs really sweet. Do you know much about this tractor?
It's a Ferguson system. It's a Ford Nan, because my dad's not here.
Massey Ferguson
Dad sort
550.
of got it quite a few years ago, tightened it all up, and
Here's a David Brown 780 next to a Leyland 272.
Paraffin, so
I noticed they've left the badge on upside down. Must be showing distress about British Leyland.
No, it's nice to see one of these. As I say, when Harry Ferguson brought out his 3-point linkage, when we say 3-point linkage,
I'd like to be able to buy some of this stuff now.
And then you've got the third hitch point, which
Massey Ferguson 135. Another 135, but this time with a cab.
Harry Ferguson at the time didn't have his tractor, so Ford being pretty much
David Brown 995.
the 3-point linkage on that
Case
one.
MX
So pretty much
135.
get it into the market, and then obviously Harry Ferguson went to the T20, and then it went from there on.
1594 case next to a McCormick International.
Yeah, it's nice to see one of those in the week.
434 narrow.
Then we've got another Fordson Dexter here, and it's original working clothes.
This one, 276 diesel, that one.
No. Right,
955 International.
Right, so we go back to our newer, the ones at the back here, we got our newer style cab tractors, one about 5, 6, 10.
Another McCormick 434 diesel next to a Ferguson TE D20 in battleship grey. And here's a McCormick International 414. And there's a B414 diesel McCormick International next to what the heck is this weird thing? That's a Clayton Agri Buggy C4120 that. There's rocking horse done that is.
And that was that. So nobody really knows anything there are. But there is an awful lot more now.
Right, here's a Massey Ferguson 35 here. Next to a David Brown 25D. Another International 434 diesel. Another 25D David Brown. McCormick International. Which one's this one? This one's a B414 narrow. Oh, another David Brown 25D. Late 50s they were. International 7674. 684 International next to a Ford 333. Oh, another Z-Tour. Where did they actually make Z-Tours? There's a 5748 Z-Tour, that one. Couple of cases.
What you've been up to with that one? So you bought it about a year ago.
John Deere 7530 in green. Well, it's always green and yellow for John Deere's.
And since
If we look to my look here, we see an International 633.
Everything's been repainted, new tyres, the wheels have been powder coated, and yeah, we did it all ourselves as well, which is quite nice because yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Right, we're going to move up then a little bit more, then we'll start getting a few of these tractors moved off again, I think.
Oh, that's an International 784. 784 that one.
I haven't picked on you yet this weekend in the States. They're too busy faffing around with them.
Here's a Marshall 804 XL. This will be the second time I've seen something like this at a show. We go through, we see a Nuffield Universal 1959, Ferguson TEF 20, Massey Ferguson 35. A lot of Massey Fergusons in this area, a lot of Fordsons, quite a few case tractors, a few Nuffields. So here's a John Deere 6810. Alright, here's and we finish off this with a Ferguson TEF 20.
We're going to get these tractors heading around the ring now so you can see a little bit more of them as they around and do a couple of laps.
Right, I'm going to go over to the arena to watch some of the Fordson action.
Massey Ferguson's coming in. What time have we got the Masseys coming in, Matt?
78.
So yeah, we've got the Massey Ferguson's coming at 11:45, and I'll be doing a commentary on those. So that's normally a good play. We have a good variety of Masseys there to show off from the Ferguson right up to the later Massey Ferguson series. And then after, I think after us now, we've got horticultural coming in at 11:15. So we've just got a short, short wait, which is enough to get these tracks out here. And then we've got the horticultural tracks that's coming in. If you guys obviously want to get involved a bit more to or have a tractor at home, or want to come and find out a bit more about these tracks, these individual tractors, please don't hesitate to come over and go up to the club stand. We've got Ford and Forson here this weekend. We also have Friends of Ferguson Heritage to the left or the right, just in front of me here, where I'm pointing to, and also CVAC, which stands for South Eastern British Agricultural Flower Door Shows, all in the South East. So yes, if you want to get involved, please come over and talk to every one of us. We're a very friendly bunch, and as I say, if you haven't got a tractor, you can still join the club and come and support the shows. We're always looking for extra helpers and stewards and things. So but obviously, yeah, if you do have a tractor sitting up in the barn and you're struggling with it or don't know what to do, please come over and obviously visit each and every stand, and there's some very helpful people there to help you out. So yes, so I hope you've enjoyed our Ford and Forson display. As I say, we'll be just a short way for the horticultural to come in, and they'll be doing your commentary for their own commentator. And thank you to all the exhibitors as well in the ring. We didn't have all these exhibitors kindly bring all these tractors, and it cost us a lot of time and money to get these tractors to the show. We wouldn't have a display and a show to put on for all the public, so a big thanks to all them as well. And thanks again Susan in the tent there, and obviously our marshals as well, to get all this in the ring. There's a lot of work in the background to make this happen. So yeah, just a short way and we'll be back with the horticulture. So thanks very much.